Good morning. It's the 20th of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. As the effects of this ill-fated U.S.-Israel war against Iran reverberate around the world, I've been watching the international energy markets very closely. And what the EU has decided to do, instead of causing more pain for their citizens, they're providing immediate relief. And they're doing that by suspending some of the taxes that they pay on fuel. And by the way, the EU exacts some of the highest fuel taxes in the world, but they have reduced those by 60%, and they've all but eliminated their excise tax by another 10%. They are also warning people who live in Europe and the outer communities that the leadership that are telling them the things that are going on in regard to this war are understating the gravity of the situation. If this war were to stop today, it would take a minimum of 6 months to restore some of those facilities struck by munitions and to get the oil flowing again. So we are going to experience not just pain at the pump, but in other areas of our life. See, we fail to realize how tied we are into oil in everything we do. Not just your gas tank, but the groceries that you buy, the medicines that you depend on to keep you healthy, air travel. So many things are tied into oil. And now, because of all of this going on, costs are going to be prohibitive. So I'm suggesting the same thing that they suggested back in the 70s, because I talked to you about OPEC last week, I believe, is that we are going to have to take it upon ourselves to do what we can. And in some cases, you can't do anything, but if you can do something to reduce your dependence on oil, it'd be a good idea. Now, I talked about the e-bike, and truth be told, I haven't been on any sort of bike in years. But I'm willing to do that because I realize that as time goes on, that this is going to get expensive. For you, if you're able to do an e-bike, I suggest you give it a try, get a helmet. But if you're in places that have public transportation, for work and for play. Now, Las Vegas is really horrible as far as mass transportation. So I'm hoping they will develop some sort of strategy in the near term to help the citizens of Las Vegas, because everything seems to be 30 minutes from every place else around here. And that's why I got the e-bike, not to be on major roads zipping around, but taking those back roads and, going to get groceries and, medical appointments at the VA and that sort of thing. But this pain is going to be with us for a while. And the EU is taking steps to help their citizens, like I said. But what does our government do? Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump want to squeeze us for another $200 billion with no specifics on how it will be spent, other than that it's cost money to, unalive bad guys. From my seat, we are not looking at the same bad guys, because the last I checked, and it has been confirmed, Iranians never had a nuclear weapon. They had produced a religious order saying they were not going to have one. And it seems like the only nations that are running around unaliving people are the U.S. and Israel. So stay tuned, folks, but do what you can to reduce your consumption and keep a few dollars in your pocket if possible. It's the 20th of March. 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a good weekend.